After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 445. Today is Saturday, March 23rd, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Tali, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Hold on. Careful with the tea.
Okay. We just need to move her a little bit less off screen. I thought I had done a good placement check, but I hadn't. Yeah, my hair looks dark today.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico. I think I said that.
And deja vu. My name is Tali. I'm also known as Franciscan Gypsy. There's that movie you were watching. No, you didn't watch it yet. You're watching it tonight.
No, I'm going to watch it tonight, probably. If you are new, we're glad you found us. If you are returning, we hope you find some. We hope that you will continue to come back. I'm really, just start over again, because we sat down and we weren't ready in terms of placement, and my mind just went bloop, bloop. So,
Hi,
I'm Marlisha, Lady Fernico. Third time, maybe it's a charm. You are.
Hi, my name is Talia. I'm also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And as we said, we want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad you found us. We hope you find something you like and that you will stay, despite our crazy entry this time around. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. If you're in the shadows, we hope that you will, whether you're new or returning, we hope that you will press the little subscribe button on the right, your right, and hit the little bell so you get notifications, which...
Gently ring the little bell.
Gently ring the little bell. You shouldn't make fun of her.
I like her. She's sweet.
I think it's such a sweet thing to say.
And her is a really nice booktuber named Ellie Dashwood. She does things like Jane Austen, and she goes over Regency history and things like that. So, really cool, really gentle and sweet. Love her.
Okay, I'll try to get through this introduction now without any interruptions. Okay, so, yeah, we get to tea. How many whips do you have?
Oh, wait, you have. Okay, I have more than you.
I asked you first.
So, in my Memento Mori mug, I actually haven't stirred my tea yet.
No. We both do Memento Mori mug because it's still Lent.
Indeed. Is my...
But the priests get to wear pink this Saturday because it's Laudate Sunday.
Creme brulee gray black tea. So it's gray black tea? It's not gray tea and it's not black tea, it's gray black tea.
Yes, it's very important.
Treat yourself like you're royalty. I am royalty.
Royal pain in the neck.
I'm a daughter of God, so I'm a princess.
You're a princess pain in the neck.
Isn't that actually like sounds like a book Davina would write, Princess Pain or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that one of her little...
I don't know if it is, but it sounds like something
episode guide things?
Yes.
Anyway.
Anyone who names a tree Sabi Sabatale would certainly write something about Princess Pain in the neck.
No, I think it was just Princess Pain.
It might have been. I don't know.
I don't remember what Davina wrote. Anyway. Black tea, orange peel, jasmine flowers, blue cornflower, bergamot oil, vanilla extract, love, gratitude, has caffeine. So, they still have love and gratitude in here at this point. So, no expiration date.
When I was looking at the stuff that they had on sale, they send me emails. I have to be very careful about reading their emails.
I don't actually read their emails because it's too much of a temptation.
It's very much of a temptation. But they still have love and gratitude on their site. So, I'm hoping they'll figure out a way to put it back.
Well, I think if they put it in the back where the expiration is.
Or even on their little logo.
Right, if they put it... where they have... So right now they have Plum Deluxe Ham Fresh with Plum Deluxe Tea. They can have Made with Love and Gratitude on either the other sides. Or even above the Plum Deluxe.
Right, they could put maybe this on top and then the Love and Gratitude down here or whatever. Or even right here. Love, Gratitude, Handcastle.
Yeah, so there's a way, I think.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be the first time they've fixed their label. Although I did like it when they had the teapots.
Yeah, that was cute.
But I am having for a snack really quickly. Sweet Amsterdam, Oh, I did grab the caramel cinnamon. I thought I would grab the lemon one, but I didn't.
We haven't tasted it yet. Yeah.
I tasted it before.
No, I know, but this morning.
Not this morning, no.
I had it's actually not the 70-calorie bar. It's a slightly richer one, the 90-calorie fiber one. It's a
Aren't you decadent?
fudge brownie kind of thing. Because I'm only eating the Stroops on special times, like our Bible study and our Zoom and things like that during Lent. So I have to have something else to eat. And in my Memento Mori mug is Plum Deluxe tea, buttery shortbread herbal tea, which is treat yourself with a delicious cup of honeybush tea, cocoa pieces, blackberry leaves, flavor essence, love, gratitude, no caffeine. So this is a non-caffeinated tea, and this is amazing. I love this.
Are you going to regret the fact there's no caffeine?
I'm not sure even caffeine could help me today. Okay.
Do you want a little taste of caffeine?
Do you want some of mine?
What was yours again?
Buttery shortbread.
Yeah. I want to make sure.
well,
Well,
let me-
do mine first.
You're going to get a discombobulated episode today. Because we are what we are.
We're not what we're not.
It's okay.
She's not a black tea person.
I've come to the conclusion I like Rubio's and Honeybush and that kind of stuff a little bit better. Here you go. I do like some black teas. I like Earl Grey. I like... I mean, that isn't Earl Grey.
I mean, this isn't the best of his Earl Greys.
Yeah.
He's one that I prefer,
Yeah.
but this is still a good Earl
Yeah.
Grey. This one smells good.
We have one that's from our local shop called Moonlight Earl
That is
Grey,
really good.
which is awesome. And then the one that Stephanie gave us, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
And I like Lady Grey and, some of the others.
The Irish breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Irish breakfast has always been one of my favorites.
And I like English breakfast, too.
Yes, English breakfast has a little bit more body to it.
Mhm. But that's a little too black tea-ish for me. It's almost coffee-ish to me, and I don't...
That's part of why I like black tea.
This is cookie.
It is cookie. Basically, Mom's drinking a dessert over there.
Mm-hmm. It are good. Okay. Yes, I did say it are good because I wanted to. All
This
right.
is the woman who taught me how to speak English.
But the thing is, I know the rules. Therefore, when I feel like I want to make emphasis, I can break them. Okay. Moving on. No tea time in the national park this week. So we'll move on.
No, because it's supposed to be sporadic.
Right. Oh, I didn't say that if you guys want to be part of the fun activities, the alongs, camaraderie, all that stuff takes place in our home group, because that's kind of hard to do on YouTube. So we do it on our home group, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's where all the alongs, the prizes, all that kind of stuff, for the most part, takes place over at the home group. Okay, phnpodcast.freeforums.net. And we'd hope to see you there if you join us officially there. We'd love to see you join officially on the YouTube channel as well if you'd like. All right, moving on. I did hear from Sensiday, and I know she said I said it right, but last time I said it, but I'm not sure I said it this time correctly.
I think you're saying it the same way you did last time.
Yeah, I did get your message, and I haven't had a chance with all the craziness in the house, but I will send it out as soon as I can. I know who you are. I still have to hear from you about your prize, so please get a hold of me as soon as you can so I can get that out to you. You had, you won the skein of rub-a-dub yarn. And it's a good thing I checked because I almost gave it to the wrong person.
It's
Okay? All right, so now, the Comfort Along.
Oops, it's a bunny.
Oops, it's a bunny. Ugh.
Sorry, we're trying to bring back our Oops, it's a bunny drinking game.
The Comfort Along, which was established by Wombat of Doom and B-Wing, that's Patty and Brittany. And this is the first time we've done this, and it may continue if you guys like it. And the main purpose for this is to make specific items for donation to Comfort and Crafts. It runs March 1st through midnight, June 30th, 2021. So once you hit July 1st, it's done. All right? No previous whips are allowed. It had to be started March 1st or later. Items eligible for Comfort Along can be knitted, crocheted, or loom knit. Specific items, they are concentrating on dishcloths, washcloths, and hats. Hat sizes can be from young child through adult, and there's a greater need for boys' colors or gender neutral, so please keep that in mind. Patterns like the Fits the Whole Fam hat by Cozy Up Knits are perfect since they are so stretchy and they are suitable for many sizes. And if you're wondering why I'm reading this, it's because this is not my along specifically or Taya's my along specifically. I'm going to make sure I get the things right. 1 WIP per project per week. Chatter and pictures in the same thread. The FO whenever it's completed. If you are also in the Comforting Crafts Facebook group, feel free to post your pictures there. Prizes will be randomly generated through PHN's normal method for the random number generator and from the Comfort Along thread. Okay? And so far we have 2 skeins of Dishy yarn, a dishcloth pattern booklets, handmade greeting cards by B-Wing, and more prizes may be added, so stay tuned. And we may add something ourselves. Mm-hmm. I need to contact Patty about how many prizes, how many dishcloth booklets she has and things like that, so we know how many people to pull for. Mm-hmm. So the hashtag for Instagram will be PHN Comfort Along 2021. So it's hashtag PHN Comfort Along 2021. Please contact Brittany for the mailing address for completed items. You can reach her either through Facebook, her group there, or through our PHN homepage. All right? Okay, the PHN Christmas Along all year. Okay? Christmas all year. Cal Lao. And this one, as it says, is all year long. And it runs January 1st through December 31st. So once you hit January 1st again, it's finished. Projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. All previous WIPs will be allowed, but must be worked on during the along. And that's easy enough. You got a whole year. Chatter and pictures be in the same thread. 1 WIP per project per week. The FO whenever it's completed. Prizes. We do have prizes, and we showed you those earlier, and I'll have to see about pulling them out again in the next couple of weeks so you can see them again. The hashtag is hashtag PHN Christmas All Year 2021 on Instagram. If an FO uses 50 yards or less, please post with another FO, okay? 50 yards or less. 50 yards or more. Okay.
Less or more.
If the FO uses 50 yards or less, please post with another FO of 50 yards or more. Operation Christmas Child or any projects going toward Christmas donations is eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FOs only. Projects that are made predominantly in the Christmas colors of shades of red, blue, green, silver, gold, purple, and pink, along with white, will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. If they are featured patterns or featured yarns for the FO only, that's 2 chances at a prize as well. But if you have it with a featured pattern and a featured yarn, that's 3 chances at a prize. It's normal stuff. You guys know all this. It's in threads, okay? In case I'm mangling this too much, because really I feel very flustered today. The first quarter prize I will mention, and that is one prize is a pattern donated by Looney Hiker, who's Pat. Thank you, Pat, for your generosity. It's a Cassie Nicole hat, which is a beautiful colorwork hat, okay?
It is very beautiful.
And 2 skeins of Cloudborn cotton yarn, which is in the taupe colorway, and that's from Margaret, Fiber Hermit. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
So those are awesome. That's coming in the first quarter. That will be at the end of this month. We'll pull for those. All right, and we have a whole bunch of wonderful donations lined up for the next 3 quarters. Now, I'm not going to be in as much detail for the other alongs because the rules are the same. I'm just going to kind of touch on things, and if something is different, then I'll let you know. The Ready, Set, Go Cal Lao has about 2 weeks to go, I guess. Today's the 13th, so about 2 weeks to go. And this is the one where we start all the things. You have whatever you put in here has to be started no earlier than January 1st. So January 1st of this year, 2021, is when it has to be started. And so there's no previous WIPs. No previous WIPs are allowed. Let's see here. The featured yarns and featured patterns remain the same. My yarn, my one pattern, Talia's patterns, and Laura Concert's yarn or patterns. If you already started it, I'm sorry, not if you already started. I should let you talk.
It probably wouldn't work very well.
These are all in the threads, okay? If it's new, if it's a new project in a featured pattern or a featured yarn, it's eligible for 2 chances at the prize for the FO. If it's a featured pattern and a featured yarn, the FO gets 3 chances at a prize. You are responsible for all your multiple postings. Mm-hmm. And I think I will probably never see this video because it sounds like I'm an idiot. Hashtag PHN Ready Set Go 2021 on Instagram, okay? Let's see. I did mention Laura concert, right? Yes.
I do believe so.
Okay. The prizes for this one is a project bag with clear sides by Whimsy Stitches, okay? Really nice. And Karen Simply Soft, 2 skeins of yarn, 1 light green and 1 dark green. So there's 2 prize winners. One gets the bag, one gets the 2 skeins of yarn. They were both donated by Fiber Hermit. That's Margaret. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and that's it. I don't want to talk anymore. You start going with your... I wanted to
You
see...
have 6, correct?
Yes, I want to sip my tea. I want to sip my tea.
I think I have 10. Let me see.
This is good, you guys.
Let's see. I'm just checking my show notes because this is where my notes are at.
That's really good. Even if it is getting a little cool, because I had to run upstairs and change my clothes because I was getting overheated.
Okay, so let's do designs first. So
Okay.
I'm going to have, let's say I have 10, so I have to at least go twice.
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
Twice.
So,
What is it that there's something that was a reference that was like, they said something like that. Twice, but it wasn't twice, it was something else.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was something I read.
Could have been. So the choo. I'm going to show designs, and by showing designs, I mean I'm going to wave bags at you.
Yay!
Yay!
Pretty
So,
bags.
in my Ploverbird Turtles bag is a design.
Yay!
Whee! Beep! And in my Silver Shed USA
The lovely Anne Brody.
knitting sayings bag, excuse me,
Goodness.
is another design, and it queries if I knit fast enough, does it count as aerobics?
I was like, that was cute. Maybe it's anaerobic. Okay. In my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag is my Spoiled Bunny Stop scarf
I
from
don't
the
think we're
Serbo
going
scarf
fast enough to
pattern.
be anaerobic.
Well, you said if you go fast enough. So here it is, the Cerebel, and it's making a little progress. And now that I've finished the other one, I can work more on this. I really like the pattern. Can you see this all right? It's just pretty. It's not quite as orange as I'm seeing it. I guess there is orange, but you're not seeing the yellow in there, or at least I'm not seeing it on the screen.
It does kind of look orangey on the screen, huh?
So that's that. And
I think maybe because it's not as bright of a yellow as my shirt, so in it.
no, there's yellow in here. See,
But it's not nearly. I mean, it's in there, but it's not as bright. So I'm wondering if
This is
that's
actually
making.
closer to your. Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's making it seem more orange because my shirt's so bright.
It might. So that's that, and the yarn is Tess yarns, and it's a worsted super wash. Maybe Sean Connery.
I think there's an area of the U.S. that also says wash. I think that's like
Yeah, I think there is.
Midwest.
Yes, there's somewhere they have an R like that.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
I think that in Michigan they might. I'm trying to remember if Mel said wash.
I don't know. I know some people do.
But anywho, let me just do the stitch and then I'll be able to. Okay. So, in my Silver Shed USA Peanuts Christmas stocking bag is a Christmas stocking design.
Yay!
Yay! And I only have 3 designs to show, so let me get up to my normal projects.
Cool.
This one I haven't worked on in a while, and I just picked it up again recently because I was going through my bags for things that were close to, that had quite a decent amount of progress on them but hadn't been worked on in a while. Part of this is because I was going through everything in my room, so things got noticed. So this is actually my hitchhiker. Not the one I had started originally, and that's reddish yarn. It didn't have enough yarn, and it was scratchy. This isn't scratchy. This is Miracle Jen.
Yeah, that's sidewalk chalk.
Yeah. And let's see how many teeth I have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I'm a little over halfway to the full teeth.
52, right?
42.
42. Right. Has been a while since I've seen the hitchhiker.
So yeah,
I
that
knew
is the
too.
hitchhiker. It's forming. Honestly, I don't even know what I'll do with it when I'm done. I just like knitting it because you kind of tell yourself one more tooth, and it's garter stitch. Actually, this could be a fun knit for you because it is really simple.
I might have to try it.
Because there's no complicated stitches in here.
Do you bind off to do the? I guess you can't.
No, I can't tell you. But the way she does it is very interesting.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that it would be very potato chippy for you, and I think that you would enjoy it.
It's a pretty scarf.
It is.
More of a fashion statement, I think, than a.
It is. I mean, I think it's good for me when you have that little bit of chill, but you don't quite want a cowl because a cowl you have to pull up and down over your head.
A spring type of thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe an early fall.
Or if you're inside and you just have a little chill behind your neck.
Yeah.
You know, which sometimes will occur, especially if you have a fan going or whatever. I know logic would say turn off the fan, but sometimes you need the fan, but are still chilly.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Let me just finish this. Okay. All right. See what my next one is. Lose my place. All right. My next one is. Okay. Put this away for a second. In my blue canvas Universal Studios bag, it's my Ninja Turtle baby blanket. Ninja Turtle baby blanket project from the Ninja Turtle baby blanket pattern by Lisa Vanilla. And I did some work on this. Let me see. I'm not sure how many rows. I think I might just do 2 rows of edging and then go on from there. Where am I at? I'm really all see here, tangled up here. Okay, here it is. Okay. So you can see I'm starting on the second row of the edging. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see.
They can see it.
The whole thing. You can see all the colors this way, I think. Ooh, the red, everything is differentiating. That's nice.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the purples and the blues, kind of hard, but purples and the blues, reds and the oranges. So yeah, I mean, this is all Knitpicks Brava Sport. I'm not really sure how this is considered a baby blanket, but that could just be my gauge. Because I think
it wasn't originally a baby blanket. It was supposed to be an actual blanket. You changed the yarn size.
Well, it's a Ninja Turtle baby blanket.
You call it the Ninja Turtle.
No. Ninja Turtle baby blanket from the Ninja Turtle baby blanket pattern.
You see, I remember you going...
I did go... I went from worsted to sport.
Yeah. How would that have been a baby blanket then?
I mean, maybe it was for a stroller or something. Not a stroller. Yeah, you know, those like preambulator kind of... The long ones, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, this is going to be one that the kid can drag with him.
Mm-hmm.
When he's, done with the crib. That could be... Yeah,
I think this will fit on a toddler bed.
Mm-hmm.
Even in this size. And I have a very loose gauge for crochet.
Not like my gauge, which actually leads us on to the next project, which is, first of all, what did I do with my stitch marker? Alrighty, stitch marker, where'd you go? Well, if we find a big stitch marker somewhere, big blue stitch marker.
You mean like this one here, but blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I put it down somewhere. Did it fall? Oh, thank you. I'm going to start hooking it onto like my watch or something, or my sacrifice beads. I think I usually try doing my sacrifice beads because then it stays.
Right.
But let me put it on the crocheting first. So I started crocheting on again my, this is Luz. She is from the Cyrano.
L-U-Z.
L-U-Z, like light.
Yeah.
From the Cyrano, the bookworm pattern by me. I'm using Miss Babs Yowza. I can't remember what colorway this is.
That's Margot Jen, isn't it?
No, this is Miss Babs.
Oh, it's Miss Babs. Oh, that might be one of the Maryland Sheep and Wool, isn't it?
I think you're right. It's one of the Maryland Sheep Wools. I think it might have been the last Maryland Sheep Wool I picked up. So, this purple is just some acrylic for her glasses. She wanted purple glasses. So yeah. But if you can see my gauge at all, I've been told that I've been asked when people have had my toys if they are fingering weight because my gauge is very tight. But when now that I'm looking at her over my glasses, she really is pretty, these colors.
Yeah, it is. It looks nice in that yarn.
You know, you got these light blue, these pops of pink and black, and then you have the light green. Because it actually looks very muted. Like, muted as in, like, uninteresting through these green glasses, but when I look at it without, it's actually really pretty.
And there's something that's almost a cream in there, too.
Yeah.
So
she's a really diverse little bookworm, and she's going to be one of the ones on my
windows?
not windowsill, the curtain rod.
Yeah.
To help block out the light, to help with migraines.
My poor big one is, like, got a crease in the middle.
Yeah, he does, because he's just too big, and the only way he can stay. Once I get a couple, I have to finish her and one other, and then he can go away.
He can go away, huh?
He can go back to you.
He's outlived his usefulness, and you're just going to throw him out.
Well, I'm sure he'd rather block a door than be stuffed into a curtain rod.
He's a big guy.
Because who's the one holding up your door right now?
Pippin.
Yeah, and he kind of gets, like, I think Dad probably misses your bookworm.
Pippin is my first platypus. It's by Stacy Trock.
And he's really floppy and stuff.
Yeah, he is.
He's not quite as sturdy as,
Well, Pippin was early on for me.
Yeah,
you know, so early on that when I asked Stacy for help, she answered me immediately. So she was, you know...
Although Stacy Trock has always been really good about getting back to people.
She has, you know... I learned a lot from Stacy Trock. She was very good in that kind of stuff. I actually made a set for our hairdresser when she had a baby. It was one of Stacy Trock's books, and it was a little cardinal and a red blanket.
Right, I think it was a bird and a blanket. You chose to make it cardinal because when I did I did a lavender bird.
Did you do Bastion?
No, I didn't have Bastion at that
Yeah,
point.
okay.
It was for Mel and Josh's for my godson.
Right.
I made the blanket for them in like lavender because we didn't know if it's boy or girl yet, and also Josh really likes lavender. And
that's odd.
He likes.
I thought he liked orange.
He likes orange as well, but it was just his mission in college to get me to wear orange because he's like, you look good in it and you should wear it more, and so it's kind of his fault. But no, that's part of why their wedding colors were what they were. They agreed on them obviously, but I guess they liked the combination of lavender and the blue. Because if you remember, my bridesmaid dress was like a lavendery purpley color with like blue tealy. Like the trim was about this color, this light blue. And sorry, I'm just gonna show them that. But yeah, that was
blue.
Yeah. So I used some, I want to say like Red Heart or Knit Picks or something. It was like a lavendery color.
Right.
But yeah, she has a lot of good baby sets.
Okay, so
Your turn.
My turn. Let me just finish this stitch.
She also was nice and got back to me when I told her that messaged both her and Katie Hancock, Patrick Moose, to let them know that how influential they were in helping me start as a designer.
Okay, now my next one is. Do I have this? I do have it. Okay, let me put this away. Because apparently I'm in the mood to do a little bit on whatever I talk about.
That works.
And that gives me
Well,
a
I know
start.
I had thought about starting work on the Hitchhiker, but I really need to get some work on Liz when I have good lights.
Okay, let me just put this aside for the moment.
Because my stitches, the way I crochet, my stitches are too small for me to work on when my room's dark.
Right, and that's one of the reasons I haven't done any work on the ant sweater right now, because I don't have any uninterrupted time away from people that I'm not doing like my walk or my
And
whatever.
once you get used to the make ones, Mom, I think you'll find that it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, the thing is it's such a dark yarn.
Right.
Okay.
That's right, because although I think mine might be darker than yours, because you have that green, right?
It's a very, very dark green. It
is a very dark. It's a really pretty green.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I love the color, and it's so soft.
Well, you got to say something for Nitpicks, Andy and Treasure. They've got some really pretty colors. Because you were going through some of my Andy and Treasure I left over from Grandma's sweater and my stash.
Well, I was telling her there were a couple of ones where I could root around. We had it divided in bags by weight. And I was rooting around in it because the bags were dark garbage bags. And I could tell when I picked up Andy and Treasure and that one gray yarn you had. what was it? That one I said, I can feel this. It was...
It might have been Indian Treasure. I had
No,
gray
no,
Indian
no.
Treasure.
It was a long skein.
Oh, that was from the horse blanket. Was it scratchy?
No, it was soft.
That's a cotton that...
Yes, you said it was cotton.
It was a sweater kit I got super cheap from Craftsy back in the day.
Mm-hmm. And that yarn was super soft.
Yeah, I'm trying to build myself up to working with it because I really don't... Like, I'm really picky about cotton because it can bother my hands. I can feel this...
If you decide you don't like it, and I like it, I'll pay you for it or whatever.
Well, I know you like it because you like how the way it feels.
But I haven't used it though.
Yeah.
Because I like the way Flock Prisonas felt too, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's not, but it's even softer than Flock Prisonas.
Right. You want to feel soft. Flock Prisonas had a silk blend, the
I
one that I
know.
used for my one of my plus what were the name of those cows I used to like to make?
Yeah, I can't.
It was a cow. It was a shawlette. A cowlette.
It was it from the end.
No, it was by itself. I might have to look it up.
Yeah, I know what it is because everybody was making it.
And I made like a ton of them.
Davina used to love them.
Davina's never worn them.
She had one. She has a couple.
No, not those.
I'm pretty sure she does.
She has a poncho I made her. I've never made her one of those.
Anyway, my project is, this is the Comfy Cozy Shawl from the Scrap Shawl Pattern by Anastasia Sattel. Oh, and to the person who asked me for the Surabelle, I will get it to you. I've been crazy busy and I have not been able to sit down and do much of anything. And you'll figure out why we're crazy busy when we talk about life stuff. But I do have your message. Taya got your message. I will try to get it to you as soon as possible, okay? I think it was Lucky to be a Lady who asked me about it.
It was her.
Okay. This is my Comfy Cozy Shawl, and this is how far I've gotten. I've added a third color. I don't know if you can see that third color. Can you see that? You see it a little bit darker on the top. It's not very clear because I only have one part of one row on here. So yeah, so that's what this is mostly Miss Babs and Dragonfly Fibers yarn.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to. I'll come back to looking for this. Then I thought it would be right here. I probably put it in the wrong section because here's all these cowlet type things that I got. Oh, there's the thorns thing. Okay, so Zuzu's petals.
Zuzu's petals. Yes, that's it.
Zuzu's petals. Yes. Because whenever I would be working, it was like, Zuzu's petals. Zuzu's petals.
Zuzu's petals.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I changed. I'm hot. What's this?
Brain. What? So you just finished one?
I finished.
Okay, let me go ahead and do the stitch and then. Alrighty, in my. Oh, let me look for my show notes. Because I closed my show notes to look for Zuzu's petals.
Zuzu's petals.
I knew once I found it, it'd be like, oh yeah, of course.
Yep.
That thing. Because I've made them for gifts. Davina doesn't have one. I made
big.
you a Duke.
Yeah, I have a Duke.
Because
I haven't gone anywhere, I haven't worn a lot of my little ones because I haven't gone anywhere.
Right.
So.
Okay, so this one I just started working on again this week. The bag is hiding. I think there it is. Yeah.
Okay.
In my Silver Shed USA bunnies bag, and they're like crowding on here. This is Sunday Funnies house sock for Mom. It's a Dance All Night socks. Miss Babs Yow's in the Funny Papers colorway. So this got some work on them.
So excited.
First sock finished. That's a new thing.
Yay.
Finished the toe.
We have a PhD.
Finished the toe last night. Actually wove in the ends because I don't always weave in the ends until I do both socks, but I decided to weave it in this time. So
I might have you put the bottom on my other pair of socks.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll do them again in mine in the future because I get the neuropathy in my feet and it bothers me.
Right. We'll see how it works, you know.
Yeah. You haven't tried it yet,
Yep.
so.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. And then I have cast on for the next one.
Yay. Pretty socks. And I gave you that color, didn't I?
Yeah, this is from
Funny
your
Papers,
yarn.
right?
Yeah. You said you wanted another pair of these socks and you chose the yarn. It was from your stash.
So it wasn't doing anything.
Right, and you've always liked these particular ones.
Yeah, I think I got it for a toy.
Probably
Probably a
were thinking
Timmy.
turtle, yeah.
Timmy or Biddy or...
It would have been a very... Oh, like, it looks darker than I... but it's still
It would
kinda
make a
dark.
nice Terra.
It would make a nice bookworm.
Yes.
Although it might be a bit dark for a bookworm.
I think it would be a pretty Terra.
For the show.
For the show.
Yeah, the only reason why I say it might be dark for a bookworm is because then the glasses. It has too many colors.
You'd have to use white for the glasses or something.
There's pops of white.
Yeah, but not enough.
It's enough. It's one of those colors that it's got so many different changes, so many colors,
Yeah.
so many frequent color changes that this would be very difficult for a bookworm. Whereas it would be very good for a
turtle.
A turtle shell.
Yeah. Which is what we usually do crazy yarn for.
Yeah.
So that or socks or
Because
hats.
it'd even be okay for the face of the turtle because the eyes are big enough. But with the glasses,
I wouldn't use that for the face.
I wouldn't either. But like, if you look at my original Tara, who's not here, she actually had a variegated
I remember,
face and
yeah.
fins.
Yeah.
The second one I made that went to charity did not.
So you can see a little better now this one. You can see the color, I think, change. I don't know. Okay. Moving on to the next project.
That's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just...
Oh, okay. I thought you were waiting on me. Like, not me.
No. Okay, my next one is in my Kikibu Holiday Owls bag, and I didn't do a whole lot on this. I think I ended up starting it over again, which is why, I don't remember, but I think that's why I'm so, not very far on it. It's the same yarn I was using before. It's just a little preemie hat.
Well, I know that it seems to be lately that for my crochet, even when if I'm designing something, I keep losing count. Like I'll miss a stitch or something.
Yes.
I'm starting to mark every 10. I didn't used to do that, but it's happened often enough, and I've had to rip back often enough that I'm getting tired of it.
Right.
So that's why you keep hearing me counting every once in a while, because particularly where the stitches are so small with this.
Right.
Let me just finish this stitch. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the thing right now, that we're just distracted or what.
Yeah. Okay, so next for me is in my PHN Faces bag, which is here. Okay. I keep finding more of these skeins, which means my bag is super stuffed. But, this is the colorwork tunic for me. This is a tunic with Valdre's pattern.
Looks nice and soft. And this is not superwash, right?
Yeah, this is shepherd's wool.
Yeah.
I want to say this is also a Peruvian. No, it doesn't say. Okay. And it's Stonehenge Fiber Mills, shepherd's wool, and they're based in Michigan. And it's a color is frosty blue.
It's really pretty.
It is really pretty. Now, I keep finding all these skeins, and then I found out that this is a short sleeve sweater, which is probably partially why I chose it, because I didn't find all the skeins initially, and this is what I had enough yarn for. But I could make a long sleeve if I want to, but I think I am going to keep it short sleeve because I have such a problem with overheating. It'll be nice to have one sweater that is not a long sleeve sweater that I can wear over something. And then I could put a shawl on or another sweater on.
Right.
So I actually am going to keep it the way it is. And if I want to, I can make matching accessories or something.
Bits.
Or who knows how much yarn I'll have left over. This colorway, I'm sure I can still get. It was the Cascade 220 in the Puget Sound that I had trouble finding.
Right.
But I didn't even look for this one. And I knit my other pullover out of this yarn, but in a red. And it is a very soft yarn. It's very nice to wear.
It's surprising how soft it is considering it's non-superwash. I generally have a problem with non-superwash. I have some yarn that I picked up at Shenandoah. No, Maryland? Where was it that the lady talked us into it? Maryland, I
That
think
was... I wanted to say it was Shenandoah.
No, I think it was Maryland because...
You're right. It was by Miss Babs.
Yeah. She was talking and she was very gung-ho about the whole thing. And the only reason she was able to talk me into it was because it's a lot softer than most of the...
Well, shepherd's wool has always been very soft because I've used them multiple times for color work. And this is has a bit of a heathering, which is really nice. The first, when I started getting back into color work, the 2 color work hats that I did, or the first 2 color work hats that I did, or the first color work hat I did a couple color work hats out of shepherd's wool because we can get it for a really nice price at our local yarn shop.
She's got good prices.
So, and this is just tends to be really reasonably priced, and it's really soft. It's one of the few non-super washes that I do. And I mean, you can't. I'm doing some shaping right now, so you're not going to really see much. I have a while before I get to the color work because the color work doesn't start until up the sleeve, so I have many inches to go.
Many inches until you sleep.
But I'll have to see where it ends up, where I'm at, where they tell me where I'm at for armpits, and see if I like where it lands, because it is supposed to be a tunic, but I also have unfortunate hips, so I have to see if I like it. Because I've heard that you're supposed to actually have them cut a little higher when your hips are bigger, because it brings less attention to it.
Yeah, you don't want. I don't know. Do they say about the split there? Is that not good or?
I haven't heard. What I have heard is don't have color work down here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to have color work, I either have to have it a yoke or all throughout. But I can't have something, because there are some really pretty sweaters where the color work is like here and here, and I can't wear them because of the way I'm proportioned. You could wear them, or Davina could wear them, because your shapes aren't the same as mine. There was it was that Fit to Flatter class,
so,
I think.
Yeah.
I had her craftsy class, and I also had purchased a book of hers, and she had an online thing that I had done. So
Yeah, you still have it. I saw it.
yeah, I have and I learned a lot from that about what's good for different shapes. And from what I understand, if you have it here, it kind of like prevents, the tension's more like here. It's not as much about, oh, hey, look, hips. Whereas if you have a sweater that ends right at your hip line.
Right. I tend to like the longer tunics that are almost
to your knees or whatever, almost like a dress.
Not quite to your knees, but like to your upper thighs.
Yeah, those are nice too.
Yeah.
And if I have enough yarn, if I really wanted to, I could do that because I have quite a bit of yarn. I also have in the same book a really pretty, it's color works all throughout, and it's a fingering weight, and that's one of my goals, is to knit that one.
Right, I remember that one.
I actually had yarn picked out at one point.
I do like the ones that are almost like a mini skirt length to wear with leggings.
That's the one that's what the length was for this. It was actually called a dress.
I won't wear it as a dress.
I wouldn't wear it as, and neither was the person in the picture. I think the person in the picture was wearing it with pants.
Okay, my next one, let me get this put away.
But I've always wanted to have a full color work sweater where it's the full complex color work all throughout.
Right. And that'll be pretty.
Yeah. It would take a long time. Especially if it's in fingering weight.
That would drive me insane. Okay. Oops. Where does this go?
It's a bunny.
Where does this go? This goes... Oh, I think this goes here. Hold on. Because the other one has it. Because I am not quite here today. I needed caffeine, I think, and I don't have it. So, okay.
Do you want another drink of caffeine?
No, thank you. I don't care for that particular taste enough. And again, I always say this, when I don't particularly care for something of Andy's, it's not the tea, it's my own personal preference. Because all of Andy's teas are really good.
Right, Mom's just not a huge black tea person.
Okay. In my Firefly bag, this is Awesome Granny, bag by Awesome Granny.
But not Firefly the Show, because I do have a Firefly the Show bag.
No, this is the Fireflies, playing with fireflies, catching fireflies. Margaret gave me this, Fiber Hermit, is my bag end wrap from the Burrow Wrap pattern by K.F. Jones, and I'm using mostly dragonfly fibers in this. So I made a little progress. I'm in the middle of this. So you can see here. There we go. There we go. Let me see if this is the right way. Yeah. Okay. So it is growing. It's not growing, it's not huge, but it's getting there. I have, several rows to go yet.
Before you start changing colors?
Before I start changing colors. And I guess I'm changing the pattern at that point as well.
Well, that makes sense. It gives
So-
you something interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't get to that point, I don't think, because that was right before surgery, and I was focusing on my
I
birth.
thought you had changed color once.
Maybe I can't remember.
Because
It's been
you pulled out a lot of stuff for that.
Okay, maybe I did. I really
Yeah.
can't remember. It's been so long. The problem with mine was that I did do it like it says, where it's 2 fingering held together.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's just not my favorite way to do things. I did knit a sweater at one point with 3 together, but
I will go to a heavier yarn rather than do the
Mm-hmm.
2 together with knitting. I can do 2 together for crochet.
and I actually personally don't care for the look of 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you this kind of marled look, and it's not a look I prefer.
I don't mind the marled look. It's kind of pretty.
Yeah, it's just not my
But,
preference.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's your turn.
I'd rather do just a heavier weight. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. The one where we count.
There will be counting commencing.
Okay, so in my Knitter's Magic soft bag, actually all of her bags are soft.
They are.
This is kind of, and I don't know what it is about pink and brown together. I really like the
It's
combination.
pretty. It's pretty.
And I'm not a pink girl.
No,
but
I'm not either.
I've always liked chocolate brown though. Okay, so this is my
You know,
Canary Song, Comfort Myself with My Music by Joanna Johnson.
It reminds me of a candy that you get in the box. That's
Yes,
either a,
those are good.
yeah. This is
They're grandma candy.
The filling, and this is the chocolate.
Yeah.
And so no, it's not grandma candy.
There is a grandma candy that's pink and brown though.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about when you open a box of chocolate and you have a chocolate and you open it, and you bite into it or whatever, and you have the pink filling.
Right.
This is what it reminds me of.
But, and that might be for you, but as soon as you mentioned pink and brown candy, I started thinking of grandma candy that I believe is pink and brown.
The grandma candy that I really like is the one that's white and has all the fruit in it.
My favorite grandma candy is the one that comes in the wrapper shaped like a strawberry. You
Oh, those are good.
untwist
Yes,
it.
yes.
It's red crunchy on the outside
Yes.
and then gooey red
yes,
on the inside.
That's good too.
That is the best grandma
Yep,
candy.
yep. My mom used to keep a candy drawer, and she'd have all the grandma candy in there. And
There's just something about grandma candy. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yep. And for those of you who don't know, we call grandma candy some of the old-fashioned candy.
That's a thing though. Like that is actually a term.
Is it?
that
I've
people
never
know.
heard. I've never heard
no,
anybody else use it.
It's
but
actually a term.
I've never heard anybody else use it, but that's okay.
The southern little gentle southern channel that I sent you, they call it grandma candy.
That's cool.
Because they were rating grandma candies at one
I mean,
point.
and I'm sure that they do. I just never heard anybody.
Yeah, no,
you know.
it's an actual thing. But the thing I'm calling the project the Canary Song. The actual pattern is Comfort Myself with My Music. And just a little bit of work on it. And actually it goes this way. We had determined. So,
That's really bright.
well, yeah.
Is that the same? That's not the same color as your sweater, is it?
No, this is acrylic.
Right.
This is squash blossom.
Right. That's Miss Babs.
Yeah. Because you got me some squash blossom, and then I had a little bit more of something else, of some more of it, so I had enough for this sweater.
Yeah, that was when, because we didn't go to the Fiber Festival, I had some money put aside. My husband said, "Yes, sure, you can go ahead and, act as if you were going to a Fiber Festival."
Mm-hmm.
I didn't purchase nearly as much as I would have maybe at the Fiber Festival, but that's when I got my slate, the gray and the blue, and then I picked up that for Talia.
Yeah, because this is something, for one thing, this color is really hard to get. It's one of her more popular ones. For good reason. It's actually one of my favorites of her colors. And that really, I also like mouse. I think it's called field mouse.
Field mouse. Mm-hmm.
Really like field mouse.
That's pretty.
I really like that like stone blue gray color that's in my one shawl.
That's really pretty.
I love this one. It's funny, like I don't gravitate toward her reds. I
No.
knit with her reds, but her colors that I like are like the yellows and the greens. I don't even like her purples that much. It's not like Mad Tosh where you look at their purples and you're like, whoa. Hers, I like her yellow. I like her her Dragon's Flight is nice, but it's really weird. Like I like some of her browns and grays,
Right.
but this is the brightest one of hers that I tend to like. She has some really nice browns too.
Yeah, she's got some pretty colors.
Some of her more neutral colors. I think it's because the underneath color is so nice. You can tell, like she had something, a little nice color underneath that maybe another person wouldn't have to make it really pretty.
I like her regular slate, and I like that kind of a bluish slate that I picked up. I do like that one you were mentioning that
Yeah,
you
I
put
can't
in
remember what it was called. It makes
Yeah.
me think of like faded jeans or something.
Yeah, but it's not. It's got too much of a kind of a periwinkle kind of color
Yeah,
to it.
it's really nice.
It's really pretty.
I mean, her chirp is really pretty as well.
Chirp is pretty, yeah. Mhm.
Because all the blues in that were really pretty. Because I had the really like gray blue one. I had chirp, and what was the other one? Maybe it was just a normal blue. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It obviously wasn't that terribly memorable since I remember chirp and the gray one, which is the whole reason I knit this thing.
That wasn't the one with Dragon's Flight, was it?
No, Dragon's Flight is in my one with that yarn, with Inkwell.
Right.
Inkwell, I think it's what it's called.
Because
Because it was funny, we were looking at that color in the different projects I had going at the time, and we were saying how funny it was how the yellow seemed to take on a slightly different
right.
feel within the different projects.
Right. Okay, let me get my
And I do knit a fair amount with
Protector.
yellow because I wear a fair amount of yellow.
right. Let me get my protector out here. So
Which presumably I shouldn't be able to wear because I have a sallow coloring, but
if you like it, you can wear it. Let's see here. Put this away.
sallow's correct, right?
Because I've always been told that. So, okay, so I'm gonna put this in here.
I do like the fact that when I'm reading something, in a Kindle, I can go and check the word of what it
Yes,
means right then and
yes.
there. Because I've done that a couple times for Cat when they're describing Hugh
Right.
about how dark he was.
Well, just sometimes you get a phrase or something. I was reading something.
Phrases are harder. It's usually words.
I was reading something, and for some reason I don't know if it was not turned on or they didn't know, because I was reading one of the religious readings, and I was like, what on earth does that mean? You know, it's one of those things that you can't even get it out of context. It's just such
Right.
a strange word.
Well,
but
for all the years I've been reading Agatha Christie, it was only this year, like a couple weeks ago, if that I found out what mountebank means. And they've come, like, I've read Poirot for years, and they always refer to Poirot as a mountebank.
and I've read several things where I heard that word. I never was quite sure what it meant. But
Usually it's like a charlatan or someone who just doesn't really seem like he's fully what he claims to be.
okay, my next one is and this is my last one. Knitting's my bag. I put money. Monet / Sarah
You have money
bag.
in there, huh?
Okay, and this is my stormy weather sweater from the Fundamental Woman's Pullover pattern by Jen Hagen's Designs. And I got this on Lovecraft, and I was surprised. This is my swatch, and I got gauge. So this is my swatch. This is a pullover sweater. Ty's working on this as well, but for a man.
Yes.
So I have to just bind this off, and I can get started. But we did measure it, and I got gauge with I think the range for the DK was 6 to 8. I think it was. I did the middle one.
Something like that.
It was 5 to 7.
I don't remember because I didn't do that size.
I think it was 5 to 7 because I wanted to do the middle, and I couldn't find the middle, so I did the 7, which was the larger, and I got gauge. So I must be a slightly.
Well, you can't say if you're slightly looser or whatever because she just says do it to whatever. Because I'm not by any means. Well, no, you go up in size if you're tighter. And I have been told actually I'm a bit of a tight knitter, but I don't. Like, I tend to get gauge for Joanna Johnson. And most designers are usually. I've had to change yarn sometime, but.
Well, I've only done swatches for 2 people so far, and both from Joanna Johnson and for this particular person I got gauge, which I was really happy about because I'm not sure, I'm not going to get used to it.
because the gauge changes for each designer. Now, I have been told by people testing for me that I'm a fairly tight knitter, just like I'm a tight crocheter.
Right. And this,
So it must be the way I pull my yarn.
the needles I'm using are the Knit Pro Zings because I didn't have any free that were not Knit Pro Zings. So that's what I'm using. And I like them. They're good.
Any free that were out, because you have free Chow Goos that are in the box, but you don't want to get into the box.
I just feel like getting into that mess. It's my box.
You need to find a way that you can organize things so the box isn't like covered, because that's the same thing that was happening with my tea.
I'm tired of organizing things right now.
We must have. Are you sure you have shown all your projects? Because I have 2 left. Did you show all 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I miscount? Maybe I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's my other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. So maybe I should have done. I'm going to be doing 2 at the end then. We misjudged.
Why is the tea gone?
Presumably because you drank it. Okay,
It's not a good
so
reason.
the next one I'm going to be showing is Lake of Shining Waters. And that's what I'm calling my Anne sweater by Joanna Johnson. That is this bag. We get to choose a news story. So, this is my Kitties in the News bag. And I know I had one I wanted to do. We're going to do this one here. Okay. Okay. So for today's Kitty in the News, cat fight over new eatery by Cool Cornish Rex. Famous chousters TV Tabby and South Siberian battle over Pet Town's new hotspot, Kentucky Fried Pet Stop. Let's stick to homemade classics. I can't miss Animal Planet to go out to Pet Stop, screeches TV. I'm sick of the same old snack. This is a whiff of fresh air, growls Sal. I'd like to get out. So far, both critics' choices have been catastrophic. I say let's stop hounding the eateries and chow down. I hear this place is the cat's pajamas.
Not the cat's meow, just cat's pajamas.
And I guess this one's TV Tabby because he's hugging the remote control. And South Siberian has a fork in his paw.
Okay.
So, not sure how well you can see them.
How can you be a food critic if you don't go out to eat?
I guess you could be a critic for takeout, or delivery.
I guess.
But the actual product now. This is an Andean Treasure. I have the colorway Sapphire Treasure. Yeah, Sapphire Treasure. Sapphire Heather, excuse me. So not a whole lot of work this week on it. I was distracted and stuff. But I did add a new skein, so that's good.
Excellent.
It's building. It'll be nice when I get to the straightaway. And this is always a very soft yarn.
Yeah, that's one of the ones we were talking about. That's very soft.
And I wouldn't ever suggest crocheting a sweater with this yarn, simply because it is soft enough that it probably will stretch.
Right, with the weight.
With the weight of a crocheted stitch. Whereas this is a lightweight cardigan. So this is perfect.
With the possible exception of Tunisian crochet.
But this is a very lightweight cardigan, so this is perfect. It doesn't even get buttoned up, so this is the perfect kind of thing to have that. And it's also that kind of thing that you kind of want if you're having short sleeves, because you have that softness on your arm.
Yeah.
Now, if you're one of the people who does not react well to alpaca, this will not be for you. I don't know if some people have an issue with other alpaca versus baby alpaca. But I'm sure the baby alpacas are fine. I've always heard that those kind of animals feel better after they get their stuff off. Like I know the sheep do.
Yeah, well, it's heavy on them because it's not. You're not skinning them. You're just giving them a haircut for all intents and
exactly.
Which is
I do
good.
think of the bunny though, who when she was spinning yarn off of the bunny at that one fiber festival, he would nip if he got a little bit annoyed, if he was tired of, if maybe she pulled him on his hair a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I always had this horrible kind of, especially at Maryland Sheep and Wool, because they served lamb. I'm like, there's sheep right there. I mean,
sounds mean.
It's just,
okay, let me go eat my lamb chop while I'm going and looking at the sheep.
It sounds vaguely, no, it's just wrong.
So what you need to do if you want to be like a horrible person is you carry your yarn over there while eating your lamb and go and pet a sheep.
Oh, that's horrible.
And then you'll be like the most callous person ever.
I'm like, wow. Poor little... I always had bratwurst.
Well, bratwurst we always is our go-to anyway when we're at fiber festivals.
I just
I
couldn't
think
bring...
bratwurst is actually one of the few things I can have there.
As long as you don't have the bun.
I don't have the bun. Even if I wanted the coleslaw or whatever, there's nothing in that. Or is it coleslaw they put on top?
But you have to check to make sure the coleslaw doesn't have any cream in it.
Oh, do they make it with cream?
I don't know if it's what's in the dressing they use.
It might have it. You're right. But at least the brat is one of the few things I can have if I have it just plain. And potatoes, yeah. So if I wanted French fries or something.
Right.
Because French fries don't ever have anything in it. It's just like...
potatoes and salt and pepper or whatever.
And oil.
Right.
When they fry it. So, there. If I ever am able to go back to a Fiber Festival, I have a food I can eat. I don't have to bring something with me.
Well, you probably will.
I probably will.
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe, yeah. If nothing else, it'd be a nice snack.
Besides, if I want to buy the apple pie thing.
Well, I had to bring some sort of
you have
snack
to
with
bring
me, like a
some kind
stroop
of
or
snack.
something.
Yeah, something like that.
Or make myself something.
And I would have to really kind of watch. You almost have to say this is a day when I'm not.
Oh yeah, you don't count your calories on those days. I had to keep track of the dairy and gluten just because it's more comfortable for me if I do.
And I don't do a lot of dairy and gluten either. I don't, not like you, but
But this is the man's version of the fundamental sweater. So this is the fundamental man's pullover. And I am probably about halfway to need to do decreases. This is the back.
Did you say what yarn that was?
I did not. This is Cascade 220. And I had checked and I have enough. So this is the Puget Sound. This is the one that it's going to be very hard to get any more of it because I had only found one place that had Cascade 220 in the weight I needed and the color I needed.
Right.
Which is why and I had like more than enough yarn.
And that's not superwash, right?
Yes, because this is the one that's Peruvian wool. I was a little surprised to hear it was non-superwash.
Right.
Because it's also another one. It's not quite as soft as the shepherd's wool.
No, it's kind of scratchy.
But it's still nice. But no, the shepherd's wool is surprisingly soft.
Yeah, I would not wear that close to my skin.
But you would wear the shepherd's wool.
Yes.
Because I made the shepherd's wool with hats. But this one, no, I probably wouldn't wear this one as a hat. It'd probably be a hard wearing hat. But this is perfect as a pullover because, face it, no one...
Or a cardigan.
Yeah. Dad's not going to wear this next to his skin.
No.
He's going to have a shirt underneath of it. So that's all, it's fine. It won't even bother him. Let me put this thing back together. So yeah, this is my mindless knitting. I think Davina still thinks that this is my other sweater. Because to be fair, I started 2 blue sweaters at the same time. Or close to the same time. And she has no reason to believe that I'd be crazy enough to have, that many sweaters going at once.
She usually thinks I'm doing some kind of a shawl.
Yeah. Well, I think she thinks this is the one by Joanne Johnson. She might also think that it's my other blue sweater. Because I have 3 blue sweaters going at once. So, I mean, you can't give her a hard time for not knowing which blue sweater it is.
Yeah.
Yes, red is my favorite color, but I have 1 red pullover and 1 red cardigan. So I'm not really in need of a red. And I'm knitting a blue pullover and a blue cardigan. Even the blue cardigan, even though I have a blue cardigan, my blue cardigan is a bulky.
Right.
And this one's lightweight.
It's also crocheted.
Nope. Well, I have a crocheted one that I need to yank out. But no, I made one of, what's her name?
Oh, you made Jane Richmond.
Jane Richmond in some knit picks.
Yeah.
I wish I had done it not in acrylic because both of my Jane Richmonds are in acrylic.
Right.
Well,
it's cheaper to buy bulky acrylic.
It is, but like this one, Pills, eventually my goal is to like maybe pick up skein here and there to make a bulky Jane Richmond. All Jane Richmonds that I like basically are bulky. To make a Jane Richmond in a, even if it's a Knit Picks bulky, it's a non-acrylic.
Right.
I want non-acrylic, but I'll do Knit Picks because it's less expensive.
Right. Anything else?
That's the last project.
Oh, you didn't start that other one yet?
No.
Okay. Let me just finish what I'm doing here.
Well, do you have any photos?
Nope.
I do.
Okay, you go ahead.
So, this is why I didn't start the other thing. Partially. So, in my questionably colored teacup bag by,
He feels bad.
Kiki Boo Bags are my finished socks.
Yay!
So,
Yay!
these are my Dragonfly house socks. I'm not going to add the little rubber things at the bottom just because I want to just have it be a little more comfortable on the bottom of my feet. So there we go. This is the Choose Your Own House Socks pattern by K.F. Jones Baker Bears fame. So I really love this colorway. I love everything about this pair of socks.
Those are beautiful.
And I have just... Oh, you wanted this so you could look at the color.
Right.
So, just a little bit of that left, and just a little bit of this. So this can go into
Square.
a blanket somewhere. So,
I'm trying to find my scissors.
so yeah, I was delighted to finish these off, and I didn't replace it with anything. So, yay. That's one down. What are you looking for, Mom?
My scissors.
Yeah, I don't have any on me.
I found them. Because, well, do you have another
Or not
FO?
right here. No, I don't have another FO. That's the only FO.
Well, I have this. Let's see here.
Oh, what are you trying to... Oh, your
Yeah, my swatch.
swatch. Yay for finishing swatch.
Let me see here.
A swatch does not count as an FO.
No, but I'm going to put it anyway. Because I can. And I want to. And I finished it. I want to show it. So.
My socks are offended.
So here it is. Just a little swatch.
Yep.
And I look at this, and you can see that's gray, but it definitely has kind of a lavender.
Oh, yeah, it
undertone
has undertones to it.
to it. So
Because, whereas this has more of like a little bit of lavender undertone, the other one that I used in mine had much more of a blue. Like my
Right.
shawl.
right, and then I've got that new one that's also more of a blue, but it's different from the one you had.
Yeah, so she is good, really good with her grays and, you know, that kind of thing. I don't tend to like her variegateds that much, even though I have several of her variegateds.
Well, we don't use a lot of variegated anymore. But
No, once we kind of got, like, I'll use it for accessories, but we kind of both moved away from it.
I prefer tonals and kind of fades and things like that. But this sweater is the one that Taya said. No, it's not the same one. But when she was talking about her sweater being a short sleeve, this one's a long sleeve. But if I like it, I might start making it elbow length. If it'll work that way, because that's what I prefer when I need things I can wear that are.
You know, the thing is, the one thing you have to be careful of is you can't just shorten the length. If it's a tight thing around the wrist, it's not going to match you up here.
No, but you can put something. You can just kind of decrease a little bit.
Right.
And
I mean,
so-
what you could do if you don't mind a loose sleeve is just knit to whatever point. Oh, I think you're going up.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
it-
flat.
it is flat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's flat. So we'll see. I mean, I won't do it on the first one. I'll do it as written and see. And if I don't like if I do a second one, I don't like the way it looks, I just continue knitting. So, so that's that. But it's not strictly speaking an FO, but I was proud of myself because I finished it. So,
Good for you.
so there. I have to cast on for my sweater.
Any graphic novel?
No.
Now, I do have Beads and String, but I didn't bring them with me because I didn't feel like unpackaging the rosary I finished for my order. I also have, and I should have something to show you guys next week. I should grab the St. Michael rosary I'm working on for another order. But I have had for a while the plan to make a set for this, and Davina has a friend who's getting married, so she ordered a set for them. It's a wedding pair of rosaries. It's got a centerpiece for the rosary, which has 2 rings, wedding rings interlinked, and then a really classic crucifix I'm using. His beads are black hematite with a black cord. Her beads are silver stainless steel with a white cord. So it's a hers wedding rosary set.
Yeah.
And I have a few more of those centerpieces coming in because I stupidly ordered an odd number.
She ordered 3.
I don't know what I was thinking. But I have an odd number coming in, so it makes it even. So then I can put up a couple in my shop. And the idea is someone can either buy just the grooms, just the brides, or the 2 together.
Right.
So that is so far the goal. And as always, those are always made to order. And the beads are like a 10mm bead. It's because that way it's a nice hefty.
It's a bigger bead. In case they're not quite aware what a 10mm is.
Right, so this is here an 8mm. These have 8mm beads, so they're smaller. A 10mm bead is decently bigger. I don't have a 10mm right with me. But
And then I have one where I can get mine real easy.
yeah, because my 10mm are in my
I'm going
room.
to have to use it when we do rosary anyway.
Okay, well, goody. A lot of times, I personally prefer 10mm, but plenty of people like the 8mm. So to show together, it's a decent amount bigger.
You see that?
Yeah, I think they can see the difference.
I mean, you can just see by the
Length alone.
like the rosary.
Yeah.
Here. Put the beads together like that. This is.
So it's a decent size bigger. Now, that being said, I still have enough people who like to purchase the 8mm. But there we go. So I'm looking forward to starting those. I have them all prepped. But St. Michael got ordered first, and the wedding's not till May, so I have a little bit of time to finish the other order before I really get focused on theirs.
Right. Okay, so let's see what we have next. La 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 la.
Does that lead us on to stash?
I think it does. Let me just see here. Yes, stash. I got some Plum Deluxe tea, a purple package, because I have no self-control.
None whatsoever.
This looks like blue, but it's purple. I picked up, I wanted to get this because it's a limited edition. If I don't like it, I think Talia will like it. This is called Lucky Irish Breakfast Black Tea.
Ooh.
It's got black tea, honeybush tea, cocoa nib, vanilla, almond, chocolate essences, love, gratitude, and caffeine.
That's really good.
It is a black tea, but it has enough other things in it.
That sounds excellent.
So that's this one. And then I had opened I got one of those things that Andy puts sometimes where you say, oh, for $5. You know, I did a blender's choice based on what you have done in the past.
Blender's choice, if you choose to go with that, he'll look at what you've purchased in the past and then make a guesstimate of what you'd like.
And they did really well. This is Stargazer Caramel Mott Chai, which is amazing.
It's a little bit easier when you're not a subscribed member, because when you're a subscribed member and you're in the club and you get things in a lot, they don't really get a taste of what you like, versus if you're purchasing, they do get a pretty good taste of what you like.
The only thing that might mess them up for me is sometimes I'll order stuff for Talia.
And Mom and I have distinctly different flavors. And actually that sometimes messes them up for me, because even though I'm on a break, they let you take little breaks if you can't afford it or whatever from getting the club in the mail. But I might be on a break for that, but I have still the coupon code for subscribers. So sometimes I'll purchase from Mom's side. We can use my coupon code. It all does is take shipping off. So.
And this has, this is kick back and let this tea open your mind. This is all organic mott tea, cardamom, ginger, orange peel, cloves, cinnamon, aniseed, natural spice, and caramel essences, love, gratitude, and caffeine. Love, gratitude, and caffeine. This has it, so it must have been, it just made the cutoff, I guess.
Yeah, it must adjust.
Yeah. Because this one doesn't have love. Yeah, this one does too. Love. This is a new one.
Okay, well, maybe they were able to talk their way around it. Maybe
they said, hey, that's not a... It's just, you know.
Yeah.
I hope so. Because to me, that's a big part of Plum Deluxe, you know. So, yeah. That's what I got from Plum Deluxe.
So, then there's one that's actually technically both of us, even though I hold on to it.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, Stephanie, this is kind of your fault.
Kind of nothing. It's all her fault. She can take the hit.
And it's one of our many Stephanies. We have several Stephanies, and they each know who's being talked to, I assume.
She will know when she sees it.
So, this... I think that this might have been something I accidentally slid in there. Yeah. Oops. This was on my dresser. So, this comes from Colorado. And this is that Earl Grey we were telling you about.
It's amazing.
The tea spot. So they came with a little thing that has lemons on it, so bookmark. I actually now have a bookmark box inside my bedside table. I try to keep it open a little bit so I can just slide my hand in, because it doesn't open very easily from my location on my bed. So now every time I need a bookmark, I can just reach in and grab it. 2 studies have shown the addition of citrus can make your tea even healthier. Purdue University researchers show that adding ascorbic acid works to increase your body's absorption of polyphenol polyphenol antioxidants, the key active ingredient in tea. Ascorbic acid is a natural water-soluble vitamin, vitamin C, present in high levels in citrus fruits. The ascorbic acid helps to preserve the polyphenols as they go through the digestive process, which can increase the potential bioavailability of the antioxidants by up to 10 times. Results from another study of over 4,200 Japanese men 42,000 Japanese men and women aged 40 to 79 found that eating citrus fruit every day and also drinking at least 1 cup of green tea a day is correlated significantly with reduced cancer risk. So next time you're thinking about adding some citrusy tang to your tea, don't hesitate. It can actually increase the staying power of the antioxidants present in your tea.
I do love honey and lemon together in tea.
I've never really gotten into that.
Oh, I love it.
But it's a good bookmark, unless you need a bookmark.
Okay, good.
Okay. Then it comes with, you get all tea bags, decaf lemon ginger.
Ooh.
And a little tea thing, which I'm not sure what you do with that.
I'm not sure what you do with that. Any ideas, guys, what we do with this? It's really cute.
I think that since Mom's the one who uses stickers, she gets a sticker. Tea spot.
Sticker.
And then the actual tea. So it's a nice little package.
Oh, I think that, look, this is their logo.
Yeah, I know it's their logo, but I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Like, what do you do with that? Is it a book? You might mark it. You can use this bookmark.
Okay, you keep it then. Go ahead.
Yeah, because what you do then is...
Let's slip it over the page.
Yeah. Like, I'm just going to show.
If you get another one, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's exactly what that is.
Oh, isn't that nice?
So then... Oops, I have it backwards. You don't want
That's really nice.
So there you go, like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice
That's
gift.
a really cool thing. Oh, that's really cool. Yay. So.
Yeah, since you... I mean, we split it, but next time it comes on, I'll get one.
Yeah, because I'm sure they'll send it again.
Yeah.
So they sent a really nice package, and we need to make sure to save this box for Dad, even though I'm not sure what he can fit in here.
No.
So, there be that. Actually, I probably
you didn't say what we actually got.
Oh, I didn't. You're right. This is the Earl of Grey, which they make a very nice Earl of Grey.
It is amazing.
So it's black tea, citrus rind, licorice root, mallow flowers, bergamot, citrus, and vanilla flavoring. So
It smells like Fruity Pebbles.
it does smell
so
like
good.
Fruity Pebbles.
It's amazing.
But yes.
What was that show? Every time they did, he'd say, amazing. He'd get this really strange look on his face.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Oh, well. Okay, anyway.
Do you have any others?
Any other what?
Stash.
No.
Okay, I have one more. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just do this stitch then. Just so this doesn't go anywhere. I'll put a stitch marker on it. I think I'm going to have to make a new class for Davina's. Her magnet's not very strong.
Right. Just keep falling off on her?
It fell off in between. She was putting my breakfast bars on my bed for me and slid off in between the bed, the headboard and the actual mattress. So I had to go in and fish it out for her.
Right.
I know she has stronger magnets that I got her from a different source. So I'll have to ask her if she wants me to make it using one of her strong magnets. But anywho, let's do this one first.
Right.
So this is now how I store my yarn. Each one of these is marked with a thing saying what weight of yarn is in here, and then I can just pull it out because my yarn was getting all over the place, and it has this little thing. So this was a stash enhancement. I have 23 more in my shelves, and it's like it's 11 by 11, so quite full.
Very cool.
But yes, it makes my yarn a lot neater. My room actually doesn't look like it's being eaten by yarn, which is nice.
I think I can only fit 2 of those up there of mine.
Yeah, because your shelf's not quite as big as mine.
But what it would allow me to do, I'm talking about my bare yarn, what it allow me to do is to keep most of it in there and then have only maybe one in the plastic.
Yeah, because your stash is a lot neater than mine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I also have significantly more yarn than you.
Well, I got rid of a lot.
You got rid of a lot. I also used to pick up a lot of sweaters worth. I didn't get rid of as much, and thankfully I didn't, because now with not really being able to purchase a lot of yarn, I'm eating through stash, which is very helpful.
I also had the James C. Brett that you got rid of.
Yes, I did get rid of some James C. Brett, but you use it a lot for baby hats and stuff. So now I did pick this up because A, I love the artwork.
It's Joanna Johnson.
It's Joanna Johnson. And B, Mom really wanted the platypus in here.
I did.
So this is Freddie's blanket. I do plan on starting Freddie. I think I'm going to do, I have some of that, it's Lions brand, no, non-pill or whatever it was called. I've got a color that's kind of this shade, and it's got like a darker gray color.
Nice. And
that'll be nice. It's the same yarn, so he'll be all the same color, and then I'll figure out what blue I'll use later. So there he is. The artwork in here is beautiful. It's by
fabulous.
Joanna Johnson's husband. I dearly wish I had a small child to read this to,
It's cute.
because it is adorable. Even though I do not have a small child to make sit with me and put up with my reading, I enjoy looking at the artwork because it makes me happy. So, yes, I need to like go and snag someone's small child and make them listen to me, and then force them to take toys that I make them.
Yes.
So this is. Oh, I don't want to show. Well.
Here, wait.
There is no way to really show this without showing parts of the... Hang on, I have to flip things. I'm not sure if I can physically do that.
Just can't. Come on. I'll do this side. Okay.
So, you can see the platypus. There he is. That's what I'm making. And inside the book, and actually on the back you can see a little bit too, is you can see him with the matching outfit with the young child. So
And they have a female.
they have a little girl
sister.
one too, but Mom likes the
Yes.
the overalls, and so I'll have to pick appropriate buttons. I know I have a box of buttons too. I can see myself making the blankets as well, but honestly, I got this for the platypus. That was the whole reason for getting this book, plus the artwork.
Yeah.
I'm building my Joanna Johnson collection.
Yes, we love Joanna Johnson.
This is my first one I've gotten of her original stories. There are people who will purchase it just for the story, which I could definitely see that. And then, of course, there's the people who purchase it for the story and then knit their child or grandchild the things within, which is awesome.
And there are people like Ty who gets it for the patterns.
Right. I'm not sure how many there are like me who do that.
I
but-
would. Totally, if I was skill level enough. I buy all her stuff that I think I might have a prayer to do. I don't think I have a prayer of doing the platypus. So,
Well, you've never knit a toy.
okay, moving on to writing and other things like that. I have written on the shared story. I am getting ready now to kind of move past what Ty has written so I can get new material. I have to go back and see what exactly I want to put where. So I'm hoping I can get it back to her now that things have slowed down, I think, a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, because there's not as much of a rush to get everything done downstairs. We can do it piecemeal.
Yeah, but we need to give Daddy space. He was complaining at us. Not that he was upset that we were doing it slow, just that he wants his space, you know.
Right.
Because he knows that we've been pretty steady. But, excuse me, I got the shivers. So yeah, writing on the shared story. I'm looking forward to getting writing done. I want to pull my novel out that was accepted a while back before the thing closed down, and really kind of tear into it, and because I know more now than I did then, and I'm not sure the people who did it were really good, but I'm not sure that it's what I wanted. So
Right.
I'm going to go back and see. I don't know if it'll ever get published, but maybe it'll get me back in the writing mood. So that would be nice. Still reading Mother Teresa and Dragonback series. I'm almost done with the third book, so I'll be starting the fourth one as soon as that happens. Blessed Are the Stressed. I finished. This is not up to date.
Oops.
I'm reading Lenten Companion Year B and Jesus' Way, Truth and Life, and I'm reading the 8 Doors. It's about the Beatitudes. So, yeah, I'm reading a lot of different things.
Yes, so as am I, because it's something I developed when I worked night shift. I have the skill of being able to read and knit or crochet at the same time. I do better with knitting, but I can crochet while I read as well. But so I've been doing a lot of reading. I did listen a little bit to great courses when I didn't have really much of a brain to read one day. Just listen to a couple lectures before bed. But I've mostly been reading. I finished most of these books I started and read this week. So The Hollow by Agatha Christie was finished. These are the finished books. That one was a little bit different than most of the ones that I've read of hers. And I almost had trouble continuing at the beginning because you spend so much time with this unlikable character at the beginning.
Right.
But it's now actually one of my favorites simply because her characters are so well sketched they've stuck in my head. And that's something that she doesn't always do. So I would highly recommend The Hollow for her character, for seeing how well she can write characters to stick in your head. Then Death on the Nile, that's a classic. I kind of feel like Death on the Nile and the Towards Zero have some similar aspects where Agatha Christie's almost pulling a Mrs. Oliver where she's reusing some plot ideas and just redressing them. And I feel like those two share a similar idea. I finished reading Ordeal by Innocence, then Taken by the Flood, which is one I've read many times. One of my friends on Goodreads had read an Agatha Christie and then mentioned, like, well, he wasn't sure that this one book, the one he'd started with, wasn't one that, I could see where that might be a hard one for people to start with. It's actually her first one. And I suggested to him a couple of other ones that I thought were more enjoyable, but he was saying he was reading, and was probably going to stick to for a while, Marjorie Allingham. And she writes a character named, I think it's Albert Compton? Something like that. Anyway, Albert is a very interesting character, and the book I read was Look to Lady. No, it's not Compton. Compton's from one of Timothy Zahn's books. Hold on. Albert, let me see. Reading challenge. I'm looking at my Goodreads because it's going to bother me. This is an Albert Campion novel. So, this is number 3. Right now I'm on a trial for Kindle Unlimited, so I canceled Kindle Unlimited because I decided that it was too expensive for me, but they're still letting me do my full 2-month trial. So I'm trying to read as many books as I can that I don't own during that period of time to decide whether or not I like certain authors. And I do like Marjorie Allingham. Apparently she's one of the 4, they call them the 4 mistresses of mystery. It's Agatha Christie, Marjorie Allingham, I know that you guys would know the other names if you heard them. I'm trying to find, because Tom, there, he was the one who said it, so let me take a look. Because the 4, I can't remember. Okay, so there's 4 Mistresses of Mystery, and one of them is Dorothy Sayers, I think. And I didn't know the last one. So, yeah. So I guess I'm making my way through the classic cozy mystery writers. And let's see other FOs. I know I've read a lot of books. I did also pick up to read, not for free. Mom and Dad are watching Perry Mason. Who's the actor, Mom?
Remember.
Yeah. So, apparently it's a series of books. So I picked up for free with Kindle Unlimited. I'm borrowing it. The Case of the Lazy Lover by Perry Mason, and about Perry Mason by Eric Stanley Gardner. And it was good. I probably wouldn't purchase Perry Mason books. I will read them right now because they're free, but he's not my preferred. It's just not the style I like quite as much.
Well, he started out as a pot boiler, but he went into the classic.
And it doesn't feel quite as cozy mystery. It's still enjoyable and all that, but from what I understand, he's also very predictable, the stories. Perry Mason's characters, people he defends, are always innocent, without fail.
And he always wins.
Yes, he always wins. Which
Hamilton Berger is the losingest prosecutor in the face of the earth.
I just am like, wow. I would actually really love to see one where he might be wrong and lose, and then he has to just try to get the best deal as possible. But so those are the ones I finished. I'm also reading the Ascension Lesson Companion, like Mom, and the Jesus, the Way, the Truth, and Life. I have a couple of others that I'm reading that she's not reading. Solace in Suffering, Wisdom from Thomas à Kempis, Imitation of Christ. I read that slowly. Same thing with Peace in the Storm, Meditations for Chronic Pain and Illness by Maureen Pratt.
We're both reading The Liturgy of the Hours for Dodos.
Yes, that's Divine Office for Dodos.
Divine Office for Dodos, yeah.
I read a little bit of Queens of the Crusades by Alison Weir. I'm still in Eleanor of Aquitaine. I think Eleanor of Aquitaine takes a good half of the good first half of the book, or the first quarter of the book. Well, she's an important queen. Read a little bit of Evelina by Fanny Burney. Apparently Evelina, it's an epistolary novel. I think I managed to get it free on Amazon because it's a classic. From what I understand, as you read as you get farther into it, you can see how Jane Austen was influenced by it for Pride and Prejudice. It's by no means like perfectly the same, but that you would see where Fanny Burney had a huge influence on Jane Austen. Which I had never heard of Fanny Burney.
Me either.
She also goes by Frances Burney.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, I've never heard of her. She was one of the early novels, Evelina. I think she has one called Cordelia. Her novels all begin with the lady's name. She was a very early female novelist.
Cool.
Then I also continued reading One Corpse Too Many by Ellis Peters. My favorite cat file.
Yes, you have not mentioned that at all.
Never.
Never.
So we are deep into Hugh being the awesomeness that is Hugh. So.
Alright, so you done with that?
That I am done with,
All right,
yes.
so-
Much reading.
Yep, that's why I chose that period to go get my stuff.
That was a good idea.
Alright, let me see here. Alright. I have lots of projects that I can say I worked on. Okay. Alright. Whoops, there go my show notes.
Oh, this is funny.
Alright. I don't have any tea.
Oh, I do. Oh, hang on. I forgot to show. New water bottle. So you can either drink it like this, drink it with both up.
I don't
even know why you would do that. Or you could drink it with a straw.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been drinking it just with the one thing up here, and when my seltzer-like noon tablets are dissolving, I just have this little thing up
For ventilation.
but also doesn't get too warm, because it does keep my drink fairly cool, which is nice. And this is 32 ounces, because the problem is with most of the wood, you don't have it in wood, and most of the plastic ones I've had, they get scratched up, and because there is some sugar in the noon tablets and the electrolytes and all that, after a while it gets a kind of a taste, and it also gets this nasty buildup on the side of the plastic. It's really hard to get off. So I don't like having plastic for it, and I've actually thrown away plastic bottles from using it. The glass ones that I have, you're always worried about breaking them, and also they have a plastic outer so you don't break it, and so you have to take it apart every time you wash it. And for someone who has low energy, it's not a good combination. So I need a new water bottle.
Okay. So, do we have any life stuff to talk about?
I think the less that we'd talk about is most of the stuff that everyone can hear.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
It was mostly
organizing.
I put pictures, and Talia put pictures of our new desk areas on Instagram.
Yep.
Mine was basically set up a while back, but now that Talia's all set up, I've kind of finished my stuff as well.
It's so nice to have a desk in there. Like, I feel like my room is so much neater.
Yeah, it is. So it took us good better part of a week to 10 days to get that all set up. And we spent all day yesterday, putting the yarn in those boxes.
Yes, and my yarn stash looks so much neater. It's just really nice. It feels organized, and because sometimes now sitting up is a problem for me. If I sit too long at my desk, the back of my head will start hurting, or I'll get really tired. But my bed's right there. But I can at least turn my lights down low and have the stimulation as low as possible, so I can sit up a little bit longer and tolerate it. Also, working at my desk, I can work in designs that maybe I don't want people to see because they're secret.
Yeah.
It allows me a workspace, and also prevents Mom and I from being too distracted and talking to each other, because we just don't do very well.
Well, we do well for like a week,
and then we stop doing
we stop doing well. So what happens is we have our planned out in the morning.
We have a morning tea time together.
Yeah, and then 2 or 3 days a week we might do something in the afternoon. But it's not in stone, and if we don't, it's not a problem.
No, because we already had our morning tea.
Because we already had our morning, and that means
you get more stuff done, I get more stuff done.
I haven't gotten anything done because I can't see in the light Talia requires. I've started bringing over my little light that goes over my couch that my husband got me for Christmas, and that helps a little bit, but
it just makes it easier. So, yes, we have our morning tea, but then she can have the light that she needs to work. I can have the light I need to work, and we also don't distract each other.
Like I said, it doesn't mean we won't get together during the afternoon on occasion. Probably every week, but not necessarily 5 days a week. It might be 2 or 3 days a week that we do that in the afternoon. Most of the time we'll be, kind of holed up doing what we do. I might pop in, she might pop in, but things, so I can get my yarn dyeing done, I can get my cleaning done.
It actually allows me to get my rosary stuff done, because in here, if I drop a bead, it can go under the couch, it can go anywhere, and on my desk, it kind of gives me a place where I can really spread things out in front of me.
Spread out.
Yeah.
Spread out.
Well, and actually, I now have a rosary spot on my desk, where that's where my rosary stuff is, and I can pull it down and work on it.
And I'm looking forward to maybe getting some writing done and that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure my grandiose ideas are not all going to come to fruition.
No, but you'll be able to get some dyeing. Yeah. There will be a set time where both of us can get stuff done, which is nice.
Yeah. So that's basically that for life stuff. I mean, we have our parish priest coming on Friday, so we can receive communion and confession.
Yes. Oh, good. You did get that notification.
Sacramental. So that's exciting, because we still can't go to Mass on a regular basis in person.
Yeah. He had to look at his schedule, because it's kind of a tight day for him, because it's the Solemnity of St. Joseph.
Right. I'm really happy he was able to fit us in, because that's special for us too. So.
Yeah. So, and I feel like the book we're reading now with Jesus, the Way, the Truth, and Life is really doing a lot on Joseph and his effect as a Jewish father on the raising of Jesus, which is, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I don't know that that the guy had, when he written it, had thought necessarily, this is going to be read during the year of St. Joseph.
No, I don't.
But it's really tying in nicely. And I'm enjoying kind of getting to know what family life would have been like. It gives you a bit of a historical view. It's just really enjoyable.
It's very good. I read that when I'm walking on the treadmill, so that's really nice.
And we read like a little section at a time, so that she doesn't get too far ahead of me.
Right. Because I end up reading 2 or 3 books when I'm on there, plus the shared story, depending on how long I'm on there.
Yeah.
But because I can't watch TV because the angle is wrong. The TV is set up for my step machine, or elliptical, and her bike. But when I'm on the treadmill, I can't see the television, so I just read.
But that's actually a good thing, because that's the only time you really have for reading.
Reading, yeah. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot more to say that way, I don't think. My shop, I'm sorry I haven't been doing a lot in the shop. You see why. It's been very busy. And once we get finished with that stuff, I either don't have time or I'm just tired and I haven't been able to do it. So,
and we hadn't mentioned shop news at all.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. I am waiting also for, I have ordered author copies of my Tortoise vs. Hare book to come in. Once those arrive, now I have 2 sets coming in. One that has like the ones I'm intending for certain people, and then like family and whatnot. Then after that, like a few days after that, should be arriving my second set that's going to go in my Etsy shop. People who order through Amazon are going to get it a little quicker than I am when I put it up in my Etsy shop, because you can get the Amazon Prime shipping. I just get whatever shipping they give me because I have to pay for shipping. So, but they give me a discount for the book.
Yeah, although if oh, what do you mean for shipping for who?
I have to pay actual shipping for my author.
Oh, but not on Etsy though.
No, not on Etsy.
Right.
Not on Etsy. No, it all depends on what the book costs.
Right.
Like I don't. It doesn't get up to the point where.
Right. It's not that. Yeah.
It's not that expensive, but it's just that to get my author copies in, they don't give me the benefit of the Amazon Prime zero shipping because I need to make money somewhere.
Right.
And they're already giving me a hefty discount to get the author copies.
Right.
So I can put it in my Etsy shop. But yeah. So once those are up, I'll, put a link for you guys because then I will be I will be able to sell signed copies.
If you want them.
If you want them, yes. Which is fun. And that's Joanne Johnson's influence 110%. Okay, so
that takes care of that. I will, like I said, I will hopefully be dyeing yarn soon. I know I've said that the last 3 weeks, and the last 3 weeks or so, things have just kept popping up. So I should have put my shop on hiatus for that time period, but I didn't.
Well, people can still purchase if they want to.
No, there's stuff in there, yeah.
I mean, you only put it on hiatus if you don't think you'll be able to send it.
Right. Okay, so now we do want to thank the people who I haven't gotten a chance to answer people in the group. I will get to you, I hope, in the next couple of days. I think Talia mentioned at least one of them. But I know Patty was in the PHN group, Wombat of Doom. I think Rena might have been, and Looney Hiker. So thank you for commenting over there. For those of you who did on YouTube as well, Steph, Karen, Grammy Knitterbug, Meditative Crafter, Brittany, Gail, Christina, Warm Wish in Every Stitch, that's such a neat name, Eileen, Looney Hiker, Gail, Gavin Grammy, and Wombat of Doom. So thank you. If I missed you, it's only because I didn't see you before we podcasted. We appreciate everybody who takes the time to comment and everybody who watches. So we are very grateful.
Yes, thank you so much.
For you being with us here. Now, we hope to see you. We wish you all a very blessed weekend and week full of all the good things. And we hope to see you here for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 445. And that's a wrap.
Bye.